Bring in Congressman Mark Green, Republican from Tennessee. Congressman, nearly 500,000 Venezuelans are going to get temporary legal status so they can work. Repeat, work. How do you think about that?
Well, we're very frustrated and we're very suspicious. You know, we've got thousands of Venezuelans pouring across our southern border. We had just 6-8 months ago, the president goes down to Venezuela or sends people down there to try to get some oil from those guys because we're shutting down all the oil production in our country. I don't know, was some deal cut? I mean, this is ridiculous. We have got to close our southern border, and these incentives that they're creating, just, okay, here's your work permit, come on in, are just making the crisis far worse.
We had 10,000 migrants cross the border just yesterday alone. Now, you chair the House Homeland Security Committee. My opinion is you can't do anything about this in the near future, can you?
Well, we're hopeful that we can get H.R. 2 on the documents that will keep the government open. That's the big desire. That's the push I'm making right now to convince my own colleagues, even if we don't cut spending for 30 days. I mean, it's a short-term cost for a huge long-term gain. I mean, the border costs us at a minimum. The lowest estimates are $150 billion a year. If we spend an extra $10 billion to keep the government open for 30 days, that's a return on investment anybody would make, any businessman would make. So we're out there pushing to get it. Now, the question of whether or not the president and Secretary Mayorkas actually abide by the law, well, that's another question, and we're in an investigation on him about that fact right now.
What are you going to do about those, I think it's 5 Republicans who turned down the spending deal and therefore turned down improvements in what they call border language? What are you going to do about the 5 on the screen right now?
Well, we're communicating to them right now, this is the upside if we do this. And it looks like they've negotiated amongst the conference that we're going to actually cut spending. So it's not even going to be a true continuing resolution. This is actually going to be a spending cut. And I know many of them have promised their constituents that, hey, look, I'll never vote for a continuing resolution. We have to do our job, get appropriations bills. I get that. But if we're cutting spending, it's not a continuing resolution. We're convincing them of that. I hope they join us.
Are you convinced? You really believe you could get a deal in the next 48 hours?
We're going to work very hard. We're not going to quit.
Are you confident you can do it? I know you want to do it. I can tell by the look on your face you want to do it. Are you confident you'll do it?
I am way more than, I'd say 75% sure we'll get this done. If you need a number, Stuart, there you go.
Thanks for giving me a number. It's a good one. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks,
Always
Stuart.
appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.